Hey, I'm Chrissy Innan, and I've had some people asking how I meal prep for 21 Day Fix and 21 Day Fix Extreme. So I'm going to try and help you look at what's in these books and figure out how to make it into actual food that you eat. Now, mine's going to be a little bit different because I follow the vegan eating plan. Um, no meat, no eggs, no dairy. So there's going to be some adjustments that I make that you might not need to make. So just keep that in mind, especially when it gets to the reds and the yellows. Now, first thing you need to do, go to your app store and download the 21 Day Fix app. In this app, you will be able to choose which program you're using. You will be able to put in your weight. It will tell you how many of every single container you get to eat, and then you can just mark them off as the day goes along. So easy, and it's right here at your fingertips. Now, I do some different things when it comes to meal prep because I like to be creative and spontaneous. I don't always like to eat the same thing when it comes to all day, every day. So some things I'm very structured and some things I'm very loose, but not about portion sizes. So this week, the greens that I have on hand as of now until I get new produce on Tuesday night from the co-op are things like broccoli and zucchini and carrots and spinach and kale, spaghetti squash, which I will poke holes in, and I will put in my microwave for about 9 minutes, let it sit there for a half hour or more, and let it finish steaming, and then I will cut it open and I will pull out the center and use it for all kinds of things. Use it for noodles under tomato-based something. Use it for my favorite, pulled pork sandwiches. I have radishes this week. I have some mushrooms, which are one of my favorite things to eat, these baby fellas. Now, I will be prepping all this. I will peel these carrots. I will slice them up so that I can just grab one greenful for a snack. I like to keep my veggies in these BioFresh bags. Keeps them just fresh so much longer. Same thing's true with fruit. I've got apples. I've got cuties. I've got regular oranges and even a couple of blood oranges. I've got strawberries and blueberries and a melon here. I will wash all this stuff. I will have it ready so I can just measure out what I need and we can go. I always keep bananas. I break them in half, put them in little snack bags, and keep them in my freezer. That is what I throw into my mid-morning Shakeology almost every day. Unless I know I want to have a fruit a little bit different time of the day, that's where I get my mid-morning Shakeology. I have Dr. Prager's California Veggie Burgers, which is a red for me. I will bake up my tofu and put it in single serving snack bags so I can either just grab it on the go or I can throw it into another thing that I'm making. Beans. For most people doing 21 Day Fix, beans fall into the yellow category, but for vegans, it falls into the red category. So for me, I measure it as a red. Beans from the store are great, but they have a lot of added salt. So I make my own. I just buy them dry, soak them overnight. I cooked a big pot of garbanzos today, and then I'm going to measure them all out. 2 reds go in each of these containers that I buy at Dollar General. Then I put them in the freezer. So when I want to make Mexican or Southwest food, I've got some black beans. When I want to make Italian food, I've got some cannellinis. When I want to just be able to throw a bean in something, I've got some navy beans. I just keep packages of beans in my freezer because they quickly defrost in the microwave. And then I have a source of protein. Then we move on to yellows. Yellows this week, I made a pan of quinoa and a pan of brown rice this morning. I'm going to put those in just Tupperware containers, keep them in the refrigerator, and whenever I need them, I just go grab my yellow and scoop out what I need. Tonight I will take 1 cup of this steel cut oats and I will put it in 3 cups of water. I will bring it to a boil. I will turn it off and scoot it to the back of the stove, let it sit overnight. This is my breakfast. every day. I grab a yellow, scoop out my thing of steel cut oats out of the refrigerator, put it in a bowl with an apple that I've cut up, maybe a teaspoon of almond butter or peanut butter, microwave it, and there's my breakfast every day. Breakfast, mid-morning snack, you'll notice I have the same thing every day. Steel cut oats, Shakeology. Then we have the blue container. This week, all I have so far, almonds. I always have almonds on hand. It's great for my blue container. I usually have avocado on hand, or I'll make some hummus. That's one of the things that I will be doing with my beans here. I'll be making some hummus for my blue container for this week. People are constantly saying, but how do you get those oranges in? Oh my gosh, what do? Well, here's how I do it. Flaxseed, chia seed. Put them in my Shakeology. If I don't feel like doing that, maybe I'll throw some coconut in my Shakeology. My friend Jenny likes hers that way. Sometimes I just need something salty though, and I just count out my 10 olives because 10 olives work. And I've got black and Kalamata and regular olives to choose from. And then we all get our teaspoons. So our teaspoons, we've got, for me, my go-to nut butters are almond and natural peanut butter. Notice they're both natural. They do not have extra sugar, oils, anything. It's all natural. And then my oils, coconut that I'm throwing on the floor, and olive. One of my favorite things to do is to take some veggies. Take green beans, take broccoli and cauliflower and carrots, and steam them just till they're bright colors. And throw a teaspoon of coconut oil on them with just a little bit of sea salt. Perfect. So that's a great way to use coconut oil in your cooking. And then we got freebies. If I'm having a burger, I'll often put spicy brown or Dijon mustard on my burgers. For salads, for dressings, for anything, balsamic, red wine, vinegars, and then lemons and limes. Now, how do I take all this and make it a meal? Well, I've already told you I have the same thing for breakfast every day. I have the same thing for a mid-morning snack every day. So then, when it comes to lunch, I can say, okay, well, today I think I'm going to throw some chickpeas and some quinoa on top of some spinach and maybe grab some of those pecans that I keep in the freezer. Oh, and let's cut up a pear and put that on the salad. So that means mid-morning I'm not going to have my banana because I want my apple for breakfast. And I only get 2 fruits a day. So that's how I'm going to do that. I'll put a little balsamic, a little olive oil, and there's my lunch salad. So then I get to supper and I go, wait, what do I need to eat for supper? And I look at my little app and I see I've got 3 veggies and 2 reds and 1 yellow left. Okay, well, let's throw together some green pepper and some tomato and, let's grab some of that zucchini and let's throw it over top of some brown rice and, oh, yeah, some black beans. That would be perfect. And so I just kind of throw all those things together, go grab some herbs from my herb garden, and I have this wonderful meal. It's fun to mix things up and to figure out what seasonings go with what and what flavors match together. Afternoon snacks are typically going to be my blue and a veggie. So avocado and carrots, or it's going to be some hummus and whatever veggie I feel like grabbing that day. So my approach to meal planning is different than a lot of people because I don't just plan out exactly what I'm going to eat every single day. Instead, I plan out what I'm going to want to have around me all week long to choose from and to put together. The best thing for you to do is just be prepared. things are going to change. You're going to have planned out what you want to eat, and someone's going to say, hey, can I meet you for lunch? And that's going to adjust how you make your choices for the day, which is going to adjust how you eat later in the day. So if you have lots of options around you, you are less likely to fail because you're not going to say, oh, but I don't have anything else now. So this is my challenge to you. Pick the things you like. Keep them around you. Cook your grains ahead of time and keep them in the refrigerator. Have your veggies prepped so that all you have to do is grab and measure. Have your fruits prepped so that all you have to do is grab and measure. Have the stuff around you that helps you to make good decisions. And here's where it's always good. If you need to be a planner, you can grab Autumn's cookbook, 21 Day Fix cookbook. She gives you all kinds of recipes that you can choose from if you aren't someone who, like me, can just throw a bunch of stuff in a pan and make it work. So if you have questions, feel free to ask. Feel free to message me. I will do my best to answer them, and I hope that you have success on your 21 Day Fix or 21 Day Fix Extreme journey.